May can be one of the busiest months of the school year. And this year, I'm doing it differently. Some students have field trips they're taking, so they're missing class. There's testing. Y'all know how I feel about that. Deadlines, end of year pressure. It can feel overwhelming. And after a long school year, I realize I can't just push through May, and I'm not going to. So before May begins, I'm choosing to sit down and decide what I actually need to get through this month and what that looks like. May is always a busy month, especially as a teacher. But this year, I want May to feel different. And May is similar to March. We don't get days off in those months, baby. March, 0. May, only Memorial Day. Testing, deadlines, wrapping up the year, finalizing grades, seeing who's passing, comments, wrapping up the year. May always moves fast. Not fast enough, in my opinion. And by the time summer comes, I can feel exhausted. But I'm choosing to move forward with a different type of energy this year, which I feel like will be right on pace with my lifestyle because I've already started the changes to keep with my forward momentum. I'm just thinking and reflecting back on how things have gone in the past, and I'm going to do better to improve upon my practices to make the transition from the school year to summertime more smooth. So before May even arrives, I'm taking the time to pause and reflect. What do I actually need May to look like and feel like? Number one, talk about this all the time. Boundaries. I want to protect my energy in May. My husband and I meet every month at the end of the month to look to see what the next month is going to look like. What things do I have going on at work and in my personal life? What do the kids have going on? And what shared events do we have going on so that we know when we have downtime, when we're going to be busy, so that we can prepare ahead of time and we're not just scrambling when events come up or when things are happening. And for me, it looks like protecting my time. One thing I've done to protect my time is I get up in the mornings to work out. Yes, 4 o'clock is early and I do have long work days, but working out in the morning makes me feel so good. And that also protects my time because I don't have to worry about the kids waking up and bothering me and interrupting me. I can just do what I need to do. No one's asking for a snack. No one's sitting on me while I'm doing glute bridges. Protecting my peace and also realizing that I need those moments to myself. I need those calm moments, and no is a complete sentence. I've been practicing that, but that's just for my people out there who might have forgotten. No is a complete sentence. Even to my students, can I go to the bathroom? No. Can I go do this? No. Can I have my phone? No. And that's it. If you want to crash out, that's on you, boo. But I'm zen with my lavender bergamot candle. Also, priorities are very important. I want to focus on what matters the most. My students, my family, and my well-being. So that means having intentional time with my family, collectively and individually. And like I already mentioned, I'm taking care of me, okay? My workouts, that's my time. Listening to a book in a car when I'm driving by myself, that's my time. Those things are very important. And life gets busy, especially when you have a larger family and it's not just you and your partner and you have kids, or you may have in-laws that you live with or live with you. You have to plan time to spend with others and to spend with yourself. And also making sure my students are ending the year off strong, okay? New quarter has already started. Started April with that good energy. We're gonna let that carry over so that we can end the year strong. So no one's scrambling, asking for extra credit, makeup work. I don't get this. I don't understand. I need to redo a test. No, I'm gonna have a top tier end of the school year. I promise you, every month does not have to be about doing more. One thing I've learned from watching Sydney Cummings and doing her workouts, it's not about doing more or doing something different. It's about being consistent with what you have and planning. Making sure you have things in place to accomplish all of your goals and not waiting to the last minute. Sometimes it's about doing less with intentions. What is your intentionality behind everything that you're doing? What is your intentionality behind your end goal? That is going to help you reach it, achieve it, attain it, and maintain it, and sustain it. Hey, come on. Shout out to Bishop Pierce for the ramen. This is what I need May to look like. And I'm giving myself permission to move differently. So if you're a teacher, mom, wife, or just a woman, and you are along these vibes of being very intentional on how you want your next month to be, you're in the right place. So go ahead and subscribe. Drop down in the comments below. Let me know how you want May to look for you and your life. And if you're going to take any of the things that I said to help you move forward with grace, peace, and lean into your soft era. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up, and I'll see you all in the next one. All right, bye.